Hello, church family. Ron Branscombe here. Pray that you're having a great Thursday. I want to give a brief summary on chapter 89 of the book of Psalms. And this particular psalm, the overarching theme is the faithfulness of God. If that's the quickest way I could summarize it, it's just reminding us of the faithfulness of God. It's a pretty long chapter. We got 52 verses to work through. So let me just summarize. I'm going to try to break it up into kind of four areas. Number one, verses 1 through 18. God is faithful in his character, and we really get to see the heart of God in these verses. And the one thing that really stuck out to me, very first verse, I will sing of the Lord's great love forever. And I'm not a very good singer, I'll be honest with you, but there's something very joyful about singing. And in this particular psalm, the author, who it's believed to be Ethan, starting with I will sing of the Lord's great love forever, just kicks us off with such joy, and it's a great reminder to us. And then also in the rest of that verse, it's through all generations, which is a great reminder that it's not only during our lifetime, but our future, our children, grandchildren. The continuing of the covenant is really, really key. And that's back to the word faithful. Just some other verses in that particular first 18 verses. Verse 9, you rule over the surging sea. When its waves mount up, you still them. God's hand has control over the sea, and what mighty power that is. And if you know how rushing water is, how strong water is, and if you're out in the middle of the ocean and the waves are tossing and the big cruise boats that are thrown around, God can stop that on a dime, and his power is amazing. In verse 10, you crushed Rahab, which really is the great water monster like one of the slain. God's hand is strong. And so that's just a great reminder there. Verses 19 through 29, this is the second part. We had God's faithfulness. The second part is God's faithful to his covenant. And, he'd given his covenant to David and through David and the Davidic line. And obviously there's something with this psalm that has happened to where the question would be, what's going to happen with the covenant of the Davidic reign? And so this starts getting addressed. Verse 26, love this one. He will call out to me, you are my Father, my God, the rock, my Savior. Love that. That is something for us to truly meditate on and to understand, just where our hearts need to be. And to know that God is our rock and our Savior is really key. Verses 39 through 45, again, God is faithful, but this time he's faithful in his chastening, or chastening, however way you want to pronounce that word. The sense of, hey, there is going to be times where we are being pruned, and during this time, Israel was being pruned, but don't forget that God is still in control and still ever faithful. And then verses 46 through 52, the tail end here, God's faithfulness will never cease. Wait for him. Patience is key. That's a quick summary of chapter 89 of the book of Psalm. Pray that you have a blessed day, and Lord willing, we will see you on Sunday. Take care.